Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm going to go over the Bentley Continental, the new Android head unit, the 12.3 inch unit. This thing is awesome. Probably one of the best upgrades. It is definitely 100% the best Android head unit available, the best looking, the most factory looking. So today I am going to go over the full review of it, kind of show you all the features and everything, and a bunch of the I guess, different things this thing is capable of doing. So this is in a 2016 Bentley Continental GT. It's a V8S. I just picked it up here not too long ago. And I'll tell you what, this thing is just beautiful. So here it is, guys. There it is. So we're going to go over this thing and show you all the good stuff, all the little quirky stuff I found and everything. Now I'm going to pull this inside here in a minute when we do the review and everything. But I just want to kind of show you, let the lights go out here real quick, and kind of show you how beautiful the fit and finish is and everything. So this is the piano black right here, which I have all the piano black, just matches beautifully with it. This is probably, like I said, one of the best looking units out on the market there. So you could get this in carbon fiber, or we could customize it. If you have the wood grain, we could match the wood grain and everything. You know, we could customize this. The only thing I don't think we could do is if you have the that metal aluminum look. Now what I would do, and I've seen the combinations on several of them, even from the factory, they do a piano black here with the combination over there, which looks sharp. So I would recommend going with that. So, okay, let's start the review here. Now, one thing that I have noticed, that you're going to see how close the gear shifter is. Now, I can still get my fingers through here, which is just fine. And that's the only thing that, you know, you got to get used to. But I mean, if you grab it right here, it's fine. If you try and grab it right here, you're gonna hit the top there. But other than that, it really, I mean, I'm so used to just grabbing it right here and you know, putting it into gear and everything. And once it's back, it's fine. And then when you put it in, just, you know, hold it like that. But that's the only fitment issue. And they had to design it this way because they retain the climate control and everything. And now this is a exact replica of the Bentley, the new Bentley Bentayga, like the newer models. And I'll put a picture up to kind of show you. So let's go ahead and start this up, and I'm going to show you how this starts and everything. It does have fast boot, so it just fires up instantly. And there it is. The climate control comes up there. See, we're going to turn this volume clear down here. Now, one nice thing is you're going to have actual buttons, which I think is just great. So for all the controls here, and we're going to go over them all here and show you everything. But just beautiful. You can see the texture on there. They feel good. They do not feel cheap. Everything just looks amazing on here. The screen and stuff, I mean, just the presentation. Now you'll see that it retains everything under here. You still have your LED lights and everything there. So let's go ahead and pull this into the garage here. See, we're going to fold our mirrors. Got to get in between some lifts here. Okay. I think that's good enough right here. And I'm probably going to switch to my phone here because it shows a little better and everything on my phone than what it does here. So we get a better look at this and everything. It does all light up, so when you turn your lights on, everything comes on. So that's nice. And I'm going to probably demonstrate it with the lights and everything off. All right, I've moved on my phone. My phone kind of picks up the colors a little better and a little clearer when I'm doing these kinds of video. But you'll see this top part. You'll see in my installation video when I did all this. You'll see how factory everything looks. It just looks gorgeous. Everything just looks gorgeous on here. So one thing that people were asking about is the ride button. So this is your stiffness. Now you'll see the screen here. See if I can get it here all in one. But when you push it, there's your screen. So you'll be able to this is the normal mode right here. So when you go down, all the way down like that, and then this lights up like it should. So you'll kind of see, it's kind of hard to see on my phone, but it's the orange there or whatever, and you'll see it, it went off right there. So you're able to adjust everything right here. Now one thing that you need to do is, like, when you start the car, this screen's going to turn on like this, and then you just want to push home like that. So that way, if you have that screen running in the background at any time, you could push this and it's going to come up. Okay, so that's one thing that's really nice, but there is kind of just a little bit of a quirk to it. So this is going to be running in the background. If you were to shut it, if you were to close it like that, and you were to hit this, it still comes up. So I guess it still shows. Now the only thing that doesn't is your ride height. Now most people don't use this ride height very often, but when you push it, nothing happens. Nothing happens. So you go to vehicle settings. Let's see, and you go down to, maybe it's under the vehicle settings. Yeah, it's called car grade. That's what it's called. It's called car grade. And then you press it, and it says senior, and my car is now lifting up. So we are going up right now. You can see it going up a little bit there. So, and you'll see on there it says highest level reached. So it's kind of labeled a little different. It's called car grade and senior, and we'll go back to ordinary, and then you'll see it says lowering vehicle, and you'll see we are going down now. So that all works very well. There's one update that's going to be coming. So while I'm in this vehicle settings, you're going to see you're going to have all your normal things, like your tires. You could change the tire size here and everything. The tire pressure monitoring switch on and all that. Now the TPMS, you'll see that I am on PSI. However, when you go to the TPMS info, it's reading bar, and don't worry about that. That is an update coming that is gonna switch. You're gonna be able to move it from bar to PSI. It's just not available right now. We're probably days out from having that, so they're working on it right now. You have your trip information, all your trip information right here, your amp settings and stuff. Like I say, your hang time and everything. So that goes to sport and all that good stuff, Sport Plus. So that's your vehicle settings. So there is quite a bit on here. You have your wiper service position. And then, of course, we'll kind of go over this real quick. Tire speed selection, high, normal. Let's see, we went over that. The tire pressure monitoring switch is on. Tire pressure monitoring type, active tire pressure. Calibration is off, so you can do calibration. Headlight auto off time, so you can adjust it when you shut your car off, how long your headlights stay on. Your interior monitoring, of course, is on. Alarm trigger during unauthorized towing is on, so it's got the tilt and everything that on here. Radar volume is off. Parking mode, I'm not quite sure. Vertical parking, I'm not sure what that is exactly. Parallel parking, and I'm not familiar with that. And then the hand grade, let's see, I'm not sure what the hand grade is. Car grade, of course, I demonstrated that. Temperature unit, and then your oil consumption, which is miles per gallon. So that is the basically your factory settings right here. They're all right here, so you're not going to be losing anything. So like I say, this is your home screen and everything. I guess I could demonstrate the one touch. These buttons are really cool. So of course, on the Bentayga, these are identical. Okay, so this is your volume. Of course, when you push it, that's gonna mute it. Okay, and then you have your volume right there, and then of course you have your volume on the steering wheel. That all works. That works. And then see, and you'll see that this knob here, I mean, you have a touch screen, but this knob here actually navigates everything. And then you could, like, say if you want to go into navigation, I'm going to turn my hotspot on my phone real quick. Okay, I guess it's already on. Okay, so if I go to navigation, okay, let's go back. That's not what I wanted to demonstrate. So you push OK, and then it goes to your navigation. So you could use the dial, or you could use the touch screen. It's kind of a multitask stuff. And then of course, you have your back right here. You go back, and your home, one touch radio, brings up your radio and everything. We'll go ahead and shut that off. Okay, go back, and then you can hit the home button, and then you have a media button over here, and that just cycles through. That cycles through, like your, if you put music on a thumb drive and you plug it in, it circulates through that. Of course, the videos and stuff, that's your videos. This is Bluetooth, so that if you have Bluetooth music on your phone. Okay, so that's that. And then you also have a one-touch phone right here. You do it. So I'm not connected to Bluetooth at this time. I will, because I want to demonstrate the Apple or the Android Auto, and I guess I could do the Apple CarPlay too, because I have a phone that I could do that with too. So, so those are the main buttons there, and then of course you have all your regular buttons right here. Your sync button there, fan. So your high fan here, low fan here, and then when you when you do it, it comes up here, so you could even use this up here too, if you want to. I mainly just use the ones down here. I don't use the ones up there at all. I'm trying to think if there's anything. And then auto, if you want auto, you just push that, and that goes to auto. So right now the air conditioner kicked on and everything, so we'll go ahead and take that off of auto. So that's really cool. I think this is one of the biggest features right here, is keeping the physical buttons and everything. So, and this is going to be your tuning. Let's go to the radio here again. So you have some quick buttons right here. So here's your radio here, or you could push radio there. But this one over here, this is your tune. You could tune to your next station and stuff right here. If you push that, I guess if you push that, that's going to take you to your settings and stuff. I guess since we're right here, we can go over to the settings. Of course, you have your Wi-Fi connection, hotspot connection, Bluetooth connection, SIM card if you want to do a SIM card. This supports the SIM card. Your general day-night mode. So if you want this to go into night mode when you turn the headlights on, it'll do that automatically, which is what I have. Your time, go in and you could adjust all your time. Automatic antenna. Let's see, we don't really have an automatic, but I think this actually activates the booster. I don't know. And then language, English, unit, American system. So if you don't have this to American system, then you might not get AM radio. So screensaver time. Let's see, go back. Others. Handbrake detection. So if you have this on, you can't watch videos while you're driving. It's a safety thing right there, but it's off right now, so I could have videos going if I wanted to. Of course, the EQ, which is phenomenal. We're going to go over that in a little bit. Sound gains and everything. When you get this unit, these are all going to be way up here. You're going to want to bring these down. Bring these down to at least half, if not 2/3 of the way down. That's the best thing. Echo cancellation. So when you're doing CarPlay and everything and Bluetooth, if you're talking on the phone and you're getting an echo, you could adjust that right there. Of course, your mic gain. And I am using an external mic, which is right here. I mounted it right here. Very easy to do. So that's those settings. And then, of course, you have your system setting, setting guide. I mean, there's just so many different settings on here. External temperature display. I don't know what that does, because I mean it does work on the dash there, so I'm not sure if it doesn't show up here, but that's okay because it shows it on the cluster at all time. Some of this stuff I'm not real familiar with, not yet. Reverse mute, so when you put it in reverse, it'll mute the music. I have it off. The dynamic track line and everything, the radar sound, all that stuff. RHD, that's right-hand drive. So if you're right-hand drive, if you have a right-hand drive, all you do, it's the exact same unit. You just push this, and it switches everything to accommodate the driver. Door status, so when you open the door, it's going to show on there. So switch up and down songs, I'm not real familiar with that. That's just some of the stuff I have not played with. Knob 1 at the bottom. See, some of this stuff I just don't know. Sleep time, I have it 24 hours. It goes to sleep. Let's see. Then you're going to have reverse settings, reverse type, of course. This does support an HD 360 cam, so if you wanted to put 4 cameras on and have a 360 cam, you could do that. So the correct setting right now is additional reversing, and then you could, if you don't want it reversed, you hit no reverse. But this does use the factory one, and I'll go over that a little bit too. Let's see. So this here is exit reverse and switch to front view. You can do that in, you know, I don't have a front cam right now, so I have this off. But you could say when you exit reverse and you put it in drive for 5 seconds, it'll show the front cam. You could, if you want to put a front video cam on here. So that's kind of neat. GPS. It's picking up all the signals, and I think I just mounted the antenna. I can't remember how I did that. If I use the factory one, or if I do, I'll have to. It's been so long since I've installed this. It's been a few months, so I don't recall. But it's showing all the satellites it's picking up right now, and I'm in my garage too, and it's picking up all the satellites. See, software version. So if we're going to do an update or have an update, we'll ask you for this. This is an 8 GB, 256 GB, so it's got tons of memory in here. Upgrades, that's another thing. When we do upgrades, that's where you do it. Android settings, this is going to be your Android, like on your phone, tablet, this is all the same. Factory settings, there's a code there. I don't know if I don't know the code to that, so there's no reason you to get into the factory settings. Let's see, factory reset. Never do a factory reset unless we authorize it, because a lot of times you'll eliminate stuff. Steering wheel settings. I do not know if you could program them on here. A lot of cars, they're kind of pre-programmed, and you're not able to do it. So, but I think on here, all it is, you know, I haven't tested the phone functions yet. I probably need to. Touch key learning, I'm not sure what that is. Panel backlit light, panel key learning switch. So I'm not sure what that is. It's something that I have not ventured in. User, here's your user. So like when you first get this, they're gonna ask what map you want. You could put Waze. So when you hit the navigation button, it goes to Waze, or Maps. I have it set for Maps. That's the only one I don't have even Waze on here. And then you have your boot screen. So you could actually load a boot screen, a boot animation, and it tells what kind of software to do if you want to do that. An application starts automatically, so if you want it to go straight to navigation every time you start the car, you could do that. Your voice controls, gestures and stuff. Presentation mode, that's kind of a demo mode, and I'm not sure what the touch assistance does exactly. So there's just tons of settings on here that everybody can explore on their own. So let's go over on the side here. You have your home button. So you have your home button. So say if you're on the radio here, I guess that's not a good example, but let's see. Well, it does have a home button, I guess. The 3 dots here, that brings you up to all your Android apps. And then you have, like I say, one-touch radio. Then you have one-touch, like your movies right there. And you'll see how clear the screen is. One-touch calling. Navigation, of course, down here. So it's just lots. And then you have all these. So I mean, it's just so much to show on here. Radio, music, your navigation, Bluetooth, video. So some of the same things. Your sound settings. This is just crazy. This is a DTS, HD DTS, and your equalizer just goes forever. And look how many. You have 2 rows of, I mean, and this sound system in here is just phenomenal. Absolutely blows the factory sound away. So this digital chip is amazing. It's got a loud button here. I leave it on. The DTS, I have the Hi-Fi DSP on, but I have the DTS, I think, off. And then you have your bass enhancement, sound fields, wave filters. I mean, like I say, it's just literally endless what you could do to this thing. And tune it. Like I say, it's just crystal clear sound. just phenomenal. The best. This is the best sounding Android head unit I've ever tested. Let's put it that way. So go back home here. We'll go ahead and turn my Bluetooth on here in a second, and we'll show you the Android Auto, and then we'll do the Apple CarPlay real quick too. Outside surveillance, you could actually connect a camera, an external camera to that. Then your air conditioner controls, so you can bring all those up if you really wanted those. Bluetooth music, then you swipe over. Of course, your original car settings, I already went over that. Gyroscope. Not sure how accurate that is. I don't know. I haven't tried it. This is basically GPS, so like it'll start doing your heading and stuff as you go. So the APK installation, that's for settings more, and then you have your browser. So you have of course, Google Chrome, and I'm connected to the Wi-Fi right now on my phone. It's connected. The Wi-Fi is connected to my phone right now, so that's why I'm able to do this. Then you have your file manager, of course, your GPS I've already shown you, and then a one-touch weather. That's really cool. Shows you the weather. Just kind of a one-touch. Auxiliary, so that if you had a front cam, you push this auxiliary, and that would show your front cam, but I don't have a front cam installed. Then your Android Auto right here. Of course, your settings button that we already went over. And let's see, there's one other one I thought that was on here. Oh, I know what it is. It's in the app. So we'll kind of go over to the apps real quick, just real quick. Basic apps and everything. Car Auto, of course, that's going to be your Apple CarPlay and your Android Auto, which is actually even, or you could go over to, where is it? I guess that's how they have it marked right now. They actually have it separated out, which is really cool. Okay, so they have it marked, separated out, and we'll go over that in a minute. Kind of gone over some of this, your weather, Bluetooth music. It's just kind of duplicate of some of these things. Of course, your YouTube, Netflix, your DSP, which is going to be your equalizer, instrument panel. This is kind of cool. So you could have it like that, and this is the speed. It's GPS track speed. And then this is also GPS, so when you get moving, this needle will be correct. And then, of course, you have your time. And by the way, this syncs perfectly. The time is absolutely perfect. So this clock up here syncs with the current time, which is really cool. So we go back. Let's see. Car information. Okay, that's back to that. So you got settings and car. That's kind of some of the same things. Gyroscope. Already went over that. That's your file manager, Chrome system. Cam. I have Prime Video in here, so you know, if you're sitting or traveling a long time and you want somebody to want to watch something, you can. I got Pandora, of course, GPS again. Topple Voice, which is voice recognition. I have it disabled right now. Zedge, that's how I did my boot up screen. However, this I'd have to reboot it to show you it because it's a fast boot. Of course, your Play Store. You have your Play Store right here. I'm signed in, so you want to keep this up to date. Go to Manage Apps and stuff, and you want to make updates available. There's 2 of them. We'll go ahead and update all. So you want to check this about once a week, every other week, something like that. Keep your apps up to date on this. That's kind of important for this thing to keep running nice. Let's see, we'll go back. More of the Topple, Google. Oh, this is huge right here. So this original car, so you push that. this retains your factory CD player. So if you have the, and I don't have this, but if you have the CD changer in your glove box, it retains this right here, and you're able to listen to your CDs and retain that. So that's really cool. Now, I personally, I don't have the CD player. I don't have the optional CD changer in here, so I'm not able to, but it's all right here, and it does work. It does work. I've seen the demo and everything on it, and this all works. So that's really cool. You get to keep your original CD player. This is just CPU-Z that I run, kind of showing the processor and everything, and you know, what system and everything it is. Always goes to a add there, so we want to clear all. Let's go back to CPU-Z. Just kind of show you this. The system device. Takes a second for it to register sometimes, but this is running Android 13. Just kind of shows you, shows your memory and everything you have left there. But that's just something I download when I'm checking out the unit and checking the actual specs and everything on it. So I'm going to go ahead and pause just for a second here, and I'm going to get my phone set up so I can demonstrate the wireless Android Auto and the wireless Apple CarPlay. Okay, I have my Bluetooth connected now. Make sure I do. Okay, yep, it's connected now. Okay, my phone kicked off as it was connecting, the recording did. Here's Android Auto. I got my music over there. You could push that to bring the whole screen up and everything, or if you want all of mostly Pandora. I have my Sirius XM on there, and of course making phone calls and stuff, which is really cool. So, and then of course you could add and change that stuff over there. So that's our Android Auto. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate Apple CarPlay, and like I say, this is all wireless too. So we'll move on over to the Apple CarPlay. Okay, I have the Apple iPhone. This is just a Wi-Fi phone. So first thing we need to do, I'm going to do this for the first time. So first thing we're going to do is look for the phone. So we need to see, we need to search. Let's see, we'll go on the iPhone here, see if we can't. I'm not an iPhone guy, so I'm not real familiar with how these work. Press home to unlock. Okay, there we go. Had to put my passcode on it, I guess. So trying to, I don't know what it's doing. Okay, so settings. Okay, so let's see. Bluetooth. Oh, we want Bluetooth on. That's why it's not finding it. So we're gonna locate Bentley. There's the Bentley. Press that. Okay, it's gonna give me a pair. Okay, and there. Looks like it's connected to my iPhone. So then we're gonna go out. Usually it asks me if I want to do CarPlay. Let me see if it does the CarPlay here real quick. Let me see. What it does. Maybe I have to go into CarPlay. I don't know. Is there? Oh, there it goes. Never mind. It popped up. So there's Apple CarPlay. So obviously you just connect to Bluetooth, and then you open up CarPlay, and there it is. So it looks phenomenal on there. Like I say, I'm not real familiar with CarPlay. Like I say, I don't have. This is just a kind of a dummy phone, Wi-Fi only phone. So it looks like you have all your stuff here, your maps. I don't have any apps or nothing loaded on here. I guess you got Waze. You could open up Waze. So it's asking me to get started. So anyhow, yep, you just set it up on your phone and it'll start working, I guess. So that's how that works. So all right, well, I think that is just about it. Oh, another thing that that works is like when you put it in jack mode. When you push those two buttons, it does go into jack mode and everything. I know some people were asking about that, and it does work. The jack mode does work. So other than that, this is a phenomenal head unit, and if you have any questions or interested in purchasing this, I have them on my website. I am going to have a direct link down. Oh, I guess it does say that phone paired on there too, so it does give some information up there. Anyhow, if you have any questions at all, you could shoot me an email at Caymanspyder@gmail.com. And if you want to see any more on this unit, if I didn't cover something, you say, hey, you missed this, missed that, let me know. I'll be more than happy to go over it with you. I will have a direct link, and this is for the, this fits the Flying Spur 05 clear up to what? Like 2018, I believe, GT. So it does the Flying Spurs, the GT, the Bentaygas. It's all listed on my website and everything. And I'm gonna have some pictures that I kind of comparing these throughout the video and stuff too. So you can kind of get a good look at what the design is on here. Now, another thing that we do have coming out, we are doing a brand new UI. I'm going to show it here on the top. So you're going to have an option to use this UI right here if you want this look right here, or we're coming out with a brand new look for the 2024-2025 models. It's a identical screen to what you get in the 2025 models, so you're going to have a couple different ones, and so it's going to have one screen here, and you're going to have also all of your suspension controls all in one area right here on the home screen. So if you like this look, if you want the other look, we're going to have that available. And if it's, you know, I personally like this the best. I think this is just a classy look. It just looks so good. And I mean, everything about it, I just love it. You know, there's the radio in night mode right there. So just an amazing, I can't say enough about this, this head. One thing that I do need to cover real quick is the reverse cam. So mine has the factory reverse cam. So if your car doesn't come with a reverse cam, you can add one. I do not know how to pass the wire through the back yet. I didn't have to do that, so I didn't learn how to do that. So when you put it in reverse, this is going to be your, I'll shut that off. I guess it's going to go, but it does have the where you turn it and everything. So this isn't the greatest quality, just because what's going on is we're using a CAN bus to convert the signal into this unit. Now, if you want like a crystal clear picture, a much better picture. You could run an RCA all the way to the back, and then I have an adapter, which I'm showing here on the top of the screen, that you could buy that plugs right into the factory module back there, so you'll get your lines and everything from the factory, but you'll get a much better picture rather than going through that CAN bus. Now, another thing you could do is you could add a different camera, a better camera. Of course, some of the older ones didn't have the reverse cams, so you know, if you put your own camera in and everything, you're going to have a really phenomenal picture. For me, this is okay. I'm not too worried about it. I think it gives me a good enough picture. You know, I don't need crystal clear, but it would be nice. Maybe someday I'll run a new line back there and attach it, but for now I think it's okay. All right, if you have any questions at all, then just shoot me a message and I will be more than happy to answer your questions. All right, thanks so much.